Hey you guys, welcome back. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you the coolest and most helpful tip for trimming transparent pixels from multiple layers in an app like Procreate using the app Affinity Designer. So, a quick backstory here, I am Photoshop fluent. So, when I started my business of drawing and sticker creation and things like that, I used Photoshop exclusively. But then when I started hand drawing on my tablet, I started using Procreate to draw and then Photoshop to trim transparent pixels, refine the images, and get them ready for distribution. Well, last week, I did a challenge where I went 48 hours without my computer. Now, the app version of Photoshop does not support scripting whatsoever. So, in preparation for this challenge, I knew that I was going to have to find an alternative to scripting on Photoshop to trim transparent pixels from multiple layers because the Photoshop app won't do it. I searched far and wide, friends, far and wide. I found plenty of options on the desktop slash laptop frontier, but absolutely nothing that worked on the tablet aside from individually drawing a sticker, trimming the pixels, export. Go back to your canvas, resize it, draw the next sticker, export. Now, when you draw as often and for as long as I do, you don't have the extra time to be taking all these extra steps. You need something that's going to just go and get it done. Scripting in Photoshop, for example, I airdrop my files to Photoshop, load them all up, say go, it trims them all, exports them as PNGs, all individual images. It's just a beautiful system. So I reached out to my friends during a Twitch stream, and Bren from Brenian Designs. I was like, that's not her Instagram name. From Brenian Designs. She hit me with a bombshell. Now, I use Affinity Photo and I use Affinity Designer. I didn't know that Affinity Designer had the capability to do what Photoshop essentially does during scripting. So, let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to just show you from start to finish. We're not going to draw stickers because we're just doing a demonstration. So I have a square canvas here that is just standard with Procreate, and I'm going to do just a few layers of basic shapes so that we can see this in action. So we'll do just this little circle here. We'll fill it in. And then I'm going to create a new layer, draw the next thing, and I'm just going to turn this off so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe we'll do a triangle. Oh, I didn't like that. There we go. Okay. And then we'll fill that one in. Next layer. I want to do a few so that you can see how quick and easy this is. And then we'll do something smaller, like just little squiggly lines down here. New layer. Maybe we'll do a happy face. Got to have the tongue sticking out, you know. Oh, we should color the tongue in too. Blech. And then we'll just do one more. Let's do here, we'll just do this star or square stamp. Perfect. Okay, so now we have 5 layers of content, so essentially 5 stickers. Now I turn my background layer off. You don't have to do this. You can do this later in Designer, but the more you set up now, the easier the run is in Designer. So I just turned on the layers and turned off the background. Super easy. So I'm going to go up here to this actions bar on the top left, share, and you want to share this as a PSD file, which is essentially a Photoshop file. And then if you scroll over here, I'm going to open this in Designer, and Designer is going to pop up. It's going to automatically import this file. And if you see here on the right, all of our layers are here. So what you want to do is you want to go on the top left to the export panel or export persona. It's the far one on the right on the top left menu. Then you're going to go over here to your layers and you're going to highlight all of the layers that you want to export. And the way I'm doing this is I'm just touching the layer and swiping right. Touch, swipe right. So now I have those layers selected. up here in the top center, it says Create Slice. So that's what I'm going to touch. And you can see it made all these little shapes. Now, these are all grabbing your individual layers. They're taking off the transparent pixels and setting it to where only the pixels with content on them are selected. So then you're going to go to your Slice tool here, which is right above the Layers tool. You're going to hit Export All. And now you can select where you want it to go. I'll just stick it here. So you hit Done. Now it hasn't exported yet. You just told it, okay, this is where I want you to put them. So if you hit Export All again, now it says all checked items are being exported to your chosen folder. I'm going to go into my Files app. And here they are. So let's jump into Goodnotes so you can see that they all came in with all the pixels trimmed. So because we saved these to files, you can't save to camera roll, or if you can, I haven't found a way to do it. So I saved mine to my cloud drive. So I'm just going to go here, here. So one thing about doing this process with Affinity Designer, it also saves a background layer, which is all of your layers combined. You can delete that one after you're done. So here's our layer 1, and you can see that it's all perfectly trimmed. Layer 2, our janky triangle. Here's our squiggly lines. Our smiley face. And last, our big rounded square. So I've done sets up to, I think, 45 images in Procreate that I exported to Affinity Designer to crop this way, and it handled it with no problem. So I'm going to 100% say that this is the best option that I have found for trimming transparent pixels on multiple layers using only your iPad. Now, Affinity does have desktop applications of Photo, Designer, and I think the other one is Publisher. But the point of this for me was to be able to do this all from the tablet, not have to go to my MacBook to trim files, especially if I'm doing something that's not going to be like in my shop later. You know, if I'm doing freebies or something like that, or something, I'm making like 5 stickers for, say, a Twitch stream. I don't want to have to go to my computer and mess with that. I can just do them all here, get them ready to go, and just send them to where they need to be. So thank you again, Bren, for this amazing tip. This has saved me so much time and so much frustration because the search was real, you guys. I searched so much trying to find out how to do this. And then Bren just casually says, oh, you do it like this. And I was like, So thank you again, Bren. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this tip as helpful as I did. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.